Hey everyone, Christina here, coming at you for your Taurus Divine Masculine Extended Tarotscope for the month of July. I apologize, this is late getting up. I had some personal things going on this month and I was late. Are you healing your broken heart? Are you tapping into those emotions this month? Are you considering how you may have broken someone else's heart? I like that upright emperor energy. That's beautiful for you, Taurus. And as I was channeling for you, that's interesting that that comes out right as I split the deck. As I was channeling for you, before this reading, what was coming in for me was like a new car. Like you have like a brand new luxury car and you've like maybe never owned that or something, like it's right off the lot and you're sitting in it, that new car smell, and you're looking around it and you're just like, oh my God, this is so amazing. Look at these buttons. You just want to pet the seats. You're just like, oh my God, like whatever car, okay? Picture it, manifest it, it's coming. But this feels like a relationship or a realization in you. Like you didn't even know that this side of you existed. And it feels so amazing and great, but you're also really afraid to like mess it up. You're like, I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to like spill anything. I don't know if I should let anybody else in the car. Oh my gosh, am I driving too fast? Am I driving too, oh my gosh, I gotta like obsessively like just stare at this car and protect it. And the universe is kind of like, yeah, we got you a car. We got you a divine connection. We got you, you guys are getting there. I love this, but it's like, don't be afraid. Some of you are in your head afraid to mess this up, okay? King of Wands, you have been awakening. You've been focused on working through your sexual energy or sexual fears around intimacy, emotional vulnerability tied with passion and love, and you're understanding that they're connected. The word intimacy is into me I see, and realizing in order to have true passion in the bedroom, true connectedness, you have to be emotionally vulnerable. Let someone see into you as you see into them. And this is beautiful. This is one of my favorite masculine reads so far, you guys. This is Taurus. I'm proud of you guys. It sounds like you're really doing the work here. It's like you're walking away from the past, or you're being called to this month. We only have 2 weeks left in the month, but they're significant, especially because we had a full moon in Capricorn. And Taurus, maybe you're a tourist, maybe you feel like a tourist, or you're thinking about traveling or something. That's an interesting download because that was, a slip, but I don't think it was a slip. But Taurus placements, it's like, with the full moon that we have right now, it's in Capricorn. And Taurus placements are fixed placements. They're known to be stubborn, right? So you get very like, I'm not moving, I'm staying right here. But this cardinal energy of being in Cancer season while we have a cardinal full moon in Capricorn is pushing you to go forward. It's literally the opposite. It's double whammy, the opposite of what your sun sign is. And you might also go look at your moon and rising placements, okay? Those are significant. Your moon is indicative of where you are, how you operate within personal, close, intimate partnerships. And your rising is how you present to the outside world. So I'm an Aries sun, but I'm a Gemini rising. So I speak, I educate, I teach. That is my calling in life. But I have a Scorpio moon. So like my interpersonal relationships are really like, I want it deep. I want to explore it all. Like that is me. So look that up. Also consider watching your feminines to see where they're at right now. But your karma's looking good. It looks like you're really judging yourself. You're really looking in the mirror. You're really like, okay, how do I treat people? How do I judge other people? Am I judging them too harshly? Do you know what I mean? I love this for you. And look at this, the Knight of Swords. It's like that energy of like, you feel like you need to take a forward action. Do it, okay? Do it. Don't fall back into that fixed placement. This is the moment to do it. And by the way, we have Venus in Cancer on the 17th. Here tomorrow, the next day, I think, maybe Tuesday. I'm not exactly sure on the date, you guys. I apologize. But it's right now, right after this full moon. And that's a great time to be emotionally available, emotionally vulnerable with someone. It's a beautiful time. It doesn't have to be like nonstop tears and like whatever, nothing like that. But it is a sensitive time where like you're going to be able to tap more into that like luscious energy where it's beautiful. And I think sometimes male bodies especially, or masculine energy, is so afraid of that. It's like that feeling of like, I don't want to get cozy with someone emotionally because what if I get hurt? And understand that that's exactly how your feminine feels. You are mirrors. You are the exact same energy. So any fear you hold around that, they also have been having to address. So please stop looking at it as though it's only you experiencing this. It is both of you simultaneously, okay? The 10 of Cups here, this is my favorite masculine read this month. This is crazy. If you watch my other ones, this is a gem. I love this. Rainbows might be significant, could be a same-sex relationship, does not need to be, but also it could involve children or family, or maybe you're thinking like that. You're like, you know what? I think I do want to settle down. Why? Because I love them. What is this? To my masculines, I am so proud of you. Sometimes I gotta harp on people, third parties and all that. And by the way, if you're still screwing third parties, this is not for you. I assure you, you haven't actually done the work. It's not going to be good this month. But if you have been pulling back and focused on you, or you're really thinking about this connection, I want you to focus on these two. Look right at each other. They each have a cup. It's equally pouring into one another, letting your guard down, which, by the way, I cannot make this up. The 3 of Cups reversed. Okay, this is what you have with your counterpart, right? You know that somewhere inside of you. But some of you, not all of you, are still not pushing away third parties. And let me explain something to you right now, crystal clear. You will feel weaker and weaker and weaker. Literally, you might be getting sick. Literally, energetically, you're going to have trouble getting out of bed. You're going to have trouble sleeping. You're going to have trouble eating. It's going to get weaker and weaker. And that is not your feminine. That is not your counterpart. They have nothing to do with that. They're not throwing shade your way. That is anyone you've slept with or are sleeping with, or family or friends, mothers trying to interfere or tell you what to do, sisters, anyone, aunts. If you're allowing them to control you, because that's what you're doing, and you're sharing all that energy, sexual energy, we hold those sexual fragments until they clear. That is the energy right there. And that's source showing you you've been hooking up with the wrong person and you better stop. Okay? It could be an imbalanced water sign as well. And this also with that water energy, Taurus, we're in Cancer season, right? And this full moon, you need to be dipping into your feminine emotions and getting real vulnerable with yourself. What do you want? What does intimacy look like to you? Play this out in your head. Don't get off the, porn sites, get off the dating apps, get off of it all. I dare you. I dare you. 2-3 weeks. Sit with yourself and really ask yourself, what would a real connection look like in which I'm equally giving and receiving, and the other person feels safe to equally give and receive, and all my wishes are fulfilled. Understand, any sexual desire that you hold, your counterpart also holds. And I know you maybe don't believe that, but it's the truth. Both of you are mirrors. And as you begin to tap into this energy on your own, you're going to be able to get more clarity on what it is they want or have experienced, or what it was that was trauma. Many people have sexual trauma in these connections. And quite literally, excuse me. Oh. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Some of you, you're going to clear that throat chakra. Hold on. Okay, I apologize. But some of you, I'm telling you, you're going to, the more you tap into this is normal, by the way, that throat chakra clearing. As you heal the lower chakras, your sense of safety, you get real with what would safety look like, what would family look like. You get real about clearing sexual energy. I release all past sexual partners. I do not want this energy in my field. I do not want sex that is not also with connection, or true, connection, right? Because you can have chemistry with lots of people. You guys could hook up with tons of people and have great sex for a minute. But the question becomes, how can I have a true partnership where the sex gets better and better and better because we have this connection? Because you cannot fake connection. You can have chemistry for a minute, but that chemistry will fade, always. Always. It's just a quick spark. It will always fade. Connection builds. It's like a big fire. It just gets better, and, I'm a fire sign, so however you want to look at it, right? Or building, like that earth energy. You just keep building up this beautiful castle, right? That's what that is. But you might have throat chakra clearing this month as well. So if you suddenly feel like you're going to get sick, or you suddenly are coughing like that, that is your throat chakra unblocking. That is source asking you to speak your truth. And that might be speaking your truth as you release a karmic and saying, I do not want this connection. I do not want to be engaged in this. It might be speaking your truth and reaching out to your feminine or to a family member or friend and saying, I'm not going to allow you to dictate my future. 5 of Cups reversed. The only way out of grief and sadness is for you to move forward with action, to speak your truth. Many of you, though, it's like There's some imbalance here. It's just so fascinating how these cards came out. 10:01 on the clock as I say that. It's like, you know, all of this is real. You know it somewhere in you, but you've been numbing it by possibly substances, but also sexual energy, whether that's with someone in person or online or whatever you're doing. You're trying to block it out. Like, that's not real. That's not real. It is. It's right there. It's not going to go away. It's only going to ramp up and get more intense. And I'm telling you, many of these feminine energies are to a place where they're done. They're like, don't reach out to them, by the way, unless you're serious. Unless you're serious, don't reach out, okay? 10 of Swords here, Ace of Wands reversed and King of Swords. It's like you're having trouble making a decision. And every time you have trouble making a decision, or you depend on others to make a decision for you, which many of you do, you don't want to admit that, but you do. You look to experts to make a decision, you look to your mother, or your sister, you ask your friends. You're incapable of actually making a decision on what you want. And that's what God's asking you to do, is to awaken to that and take the reins and say, no, I know what I want. I don't care what anyone else thinks about it. I'm taking the mask off. I'm going with what makes me happy. I deserve happiness. I deserve love. I deserve joy. I want to rebirth myself. Death here. But I'm telling you, if you guys can't do that, you're going to be feeling really drained. All right? The choice is yours. And I tell people all the time when they see these, I'm like, you don't have to believe it. Come back and check in 2 or 3 weeks. Ask yourself, wow, was that accurate for those 2 weeks? Was it? All right? Because, yeah, this Queen of Wands has made up her mind about the connection with you. You're feminine. She's made up her mind. She's not putting in any hard work in this connection. And many of you are hoping they apologize or reach out, hand of God confirming. Absolutely not. You put them in competition time and time again. And let me tell you, they know. They know. They've had dreams. They felt the energy. They know if you've been with other people. The Emperors, they know. You're out there breaking their heart repeatedly. They know. And so, no, they don't owe you an explanation. They don't owe you anything. They pulled back because you were giving nothing. You were giving them breadcrumbs. You were giving them the bare minimum. And that is not fair. So please reflect on that the next couple of weeks. Pull back from other energies. Ask yourself, how do I show this person, if you want back in, that I actually mean it this time, that I'm not going to go out and play your energy, that I'm not going to run and go suddenly. And by the way, if you want to have sex with other people while in a connection, that's okay. But you have to be able to communicate with that with them. Hey, you're my ride or die. You're my number one. I really have connection with you. I love that. I know I can't find that with others, but I do want to explore sexually at times with other people who are also awoke and aligned. And could we communicate about that openly? Would that be something you'd be open to? Can you speak that to someone? Can you take the response of that into consideration? Whether someone says, well, I'd be open to that in the future, but not right at this moment because we're reestablishing a connection. But yes, please let me know in the future so I can make a decision. Your divine feminine will never feel safe in a connection with you unless you can openly communicate with them. The truth, the whole truth, not just parts of the truth. Many of you leave out details thinking you're telling the truth. No, that is lying. You are lying if you are leaving out details you know are relevant. That is someone who lies. And again, you need to focus on that the next few weeks. So I love you, Taurus, Divine Masculine. I'm not trying to be hard on you, but I'm telling you right now, sometimes we need to hear the truth in order to heal, ascend, and get what it is we actually want and deserve. And look at this, new moon in Capricorn. We have a full moon in Capricorn right now. Your hard work is paying off. And if you can put in the hard work now till July 28th, we have the new moon in Leo on July 28th. And that is going to be a great time to move forward, to have fun, to get out there, especially if you have a counterpart. That is going to be a great season to reconnect, the end of the summer vibes, to go into the fall in this great connection. But if you can't do the work right now, it's not going to pay off. You have to put in the work and the action steps. And this also says you're very close to achieving your goal. You're very close to a breakthrough, to something new. But you need to surrender, and you need to what? Bring love into the situation. Open up that heart space. Know that you're worthy of love, okay?